Concacaf Nations League, and 2024 is about to get underway as Costa Rica squares off with Guadeloupe. Good evening to all, wherever you may be. I'm David Gasca, and thank you for joining us tonight on a lovely Thursday night. You see the temperatures, you see the weather. It's not so good outdoors. It's better inside, but where we're at right now, Estadio Nacional. Especially with Costa Rica having high expectations coming here into 2024. For Guadeloupe, it's their first ever League A appearance. When they started off, they were in League C, the inaugural edition, and they played a couple of seasons in League B, so it's a completely different matchup here tonight, especially with the implications in Group A. And how this tournament is broken down, it's completely different than others. Because you think about the balance, you think about the structure, the best and elite teams typically are fitted into League A. League B and League C are a little bit different of a flavor, but top-tier teams that you're looking at, whether they're Mexico, the United States, Costa Rica, Canada, and so on and so forth, that's where you put into Group A. Group B, maybe a bit of a mismatch, if you will, with some of the middle-tier teams, and then Group C, that's more the teams on the lower level. They're just trying to fight their way up. But like everything else, you have promotions, you have relegations, and they have clubs that are stuck sometimes in the middle. Both teams taking the pitch right now, so when we come back, we're gonna get you the starting lineups. We'll get you the starting 11s, our officiating crew, and first touch. It's Guadeloupe in Costa Rica coming up next.
Damas y caballeros, a continuación escucharemos el himno nacional de Costa Rica.
And we are live back at Estadio Nacional in San Jose, Costa Rica. Mother Nature is starting to clear up its skies on a lovely Thursday night. Glad you can be here with us. It's the first match of many. Group A, Concacaf Nations League in 2024. Format is pretty simple. Each of these clubs will get home and away as we take a look at the combatants for both of these sides. As we mentioned, Francisco Calvo, team's leading striker in this tournament. He scored 5 goals in it. He's up front. He's also the captain. Seguirá in between the sticks tonight. Patrick will get the nod here tonight. Their defense and how things are broken on down. 4-4-2 formation for Claudio Vivas. But they have high hopes and they want to go a long way into this tournament. See, obviously, if they can crown themselves the 2024 champs. Many projections have Costa Rica winning this thing by a comfortable 3-goal margin, but Guadeloupe's certainly going to have something to say about it. There are not going to be any pushovers. Certainly, it's going to be one of those elements with Guadeloupe. Going to have to mark everybody, and that in particular means Francisco Calvo. Katie Garcia, our lead official tonight. Karen Diaz, Sandra Ramirez. Alongside Marco Ortiz, our 4th official. They'll be running up and down this rather wet surface tonight. We saw the track, we said the track because you have the running track all the way around this pitch. On the flip side of things for Guadeloupe, Anthony Baron is the captain here on that back line. They were going to have their hands full tonight, so it should be an interesting element to see them. And how they deploy will be something of an interesting note for head coach Jocelyn Angloma. Angloma, a former French footballer and the current head coach of Guadeloupe. Long playing career, played for clubs like Marseille, Valencia, Inter Milan. He was a valuable defender and one that relied a lot on his intelligence and quality technical skills. He was in the Euro 1992 tournament. As soon as he was done playing, he actually transitioned into developing Guadeloupe's program. And he has certainly helped along the way. They went from League C to League B and now into League A as this contest is officially underway. Costa Rica and their red, white, and blue kits will be moving from right to left on the attack. Guadeloupe in the green kits, the green and white dominant, will be moving from left to right when they go on the approach. The weather conditions tonight being interesting. We say that rather loosely. Rain earlier, the humidity close to 100%, and the temperatures hovering around 70 to 75. One figures the grass will be able to at least dry up somewhat. But we'll check and see as this night goes along how speedy the ball runs on passes and shots, what the divots will look like in an instance like this, where you have Mitchell like diving onto the ground and picking himself up. We'll also see what kind of an impact that has on the defense. And we say that with a distinct observation, given the fact that that will be more of an advantage for the offensive players than the defense. Offensive players know where they're going with the ball. Defenders not so much. So when you put that ingredient in, it's a completely different animal. Bartausch, this should be offside. Near side official doesn't indicate as much. That shot, good stop on the goal line. Sequiera getting his right arm out with a fine stop early on. Sequiera alert on it. Shot didn't have a lot of steam on it, but it looked to be pretty decent from Ambrose out of the right wing. Looked like he was offside by a good couple steps. Take a peek back at this all again. First the infraction. Baran saying, I didn't do it, but he did something. Always the case. But a good early threat from Guadeloupe. And if they're going to win this thing tonight, it's exactly what they'll need to do. Play on the front foot, but try to stake claim to an early advantage. Costa Rica on the approach, going outside, losing the handle on it though was Martinez. Alonso playing for New York City FC. These players on both sides of the pitch are professionals through and through. Speaking of professionals, is a sweet play by Grappelon. Just to pivot away from some trouble. Right the other way, Guadeloupe. Don't have the numbers. Pretty good transition by Costa Rica, and a good pivot being made there by Brenes. Costa Rica a little bit different in nature than Guadeloupe and how they'll approach tonight's contest. They want to run up and down the track. They want to give all kinds of problems to Guadeloupe's back line. So we'll see if they can accomplish that feat. Conversely, if you're Guadeloupe and how they attack tonight, they want to pack everything in. On the run here, no real estate. Closer. Being wiped out. Good positioning by Coco. So the positioning been sharp. See if it means anything for Costa Rica. All taken away and given right back. Sequiera, second touch of the contest. Only one real shot so far. It's heading to Guadeloupe's column. Suriname won earlier today. They beat Guyana 3-1. Another match in a couple hours from now. As we get everything underway tonight. Martinique and Guatemala. That's it for League A. Also continue the festivities tomorrow as we have a trio of games. And things bleed over into next week. So the rest and recuperation will be short-lived. As far as these teams go, it's all about making this a track meet, piling up as many points as possible. Draws aren't a killer. It's the losses and the goal differential that'll be one of the final nails in the coffin for anybody that has that L on their category. The tournament, how it is broken down with League B and League C, their obvious goal in mind is to score, but also to ascend and get promoted. Quickly they can elevate, the better off that they will be. See what kind of approach this is developing. Martinez is near the 6. Campbell floating it, back post. That header was missed. The elevation from Acosta was there, but he needed to be like 7 feet tall as opposed to right around 5'11". Decent chip by Campbell. Service is okay. Both teams threatening, but nothing doing yet. It's a quality opportunity for many teams that are not amongst the Final Four. In particular, League A. It's this corner being fought off. Born out wide. Campbell, this time going the opposite way. Nobody around. A streaking Martinez. He was just a little bit late to the party. Martinez, he had the right idea, and Campbell saw him all the way. He checked the sequence out. Campbell had to get this ball out there in a hurry, and Martinez just didn't have enough giddy up. Otherwise, it would have been 1-0 Costa Rica. But excellent delivery by Campbell. That ball only got played to an area where his team and his teammates could get to it. Braun peels this over to Lassiter. Ariel amongst the starting 11 here tonight. Francisco Calvo tapering back. Can look at Calvo as one of the menu figures on set pieces. They'll play this all the way back to Sequiera. Interesting element to all of this is group winners able to advance, get themselves to the Final Four, and then become the Concacaf Nations League champ. But for teams that are not advancing, it helps them serve as a qualification test for the Gold Cup. Concacaf Gold Cup, as we see a foul. Any booking? No, not yet. Veyton getting lifted up by Mitchell. Foot stop will do it every single time. Makes it even worse if the weather was cold. Yes, it's wet. Yes, he got his foot stepped on. But if it's cold, it feels a lot worse. The swelling will be persistent throughout the night. Long ball here. Sequiera, your set official, didn't have the flag up. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is right around the corner. The United States, Canada, and Mexico will be co-hosting it. So this is one of those other elements of a tune-up. But you get some of the younger players' exposure in these kind of settings. It's perfect for an appetizing moment. A bad turnover here. Watch out. Ambrose tries to make a move, couldn't seal a deal. Sequiera on that peel back from Vargas. No miscommunication, but rather dangerous. Played up front. Fine defense. Good body positioning by Cavare. Lassiter a little disgusted with it. We play on. Guadeloupe, one shot on target. Best chance so far. Cavare. Dimitri. Top of the box. 35 yards out. Now Guadeloupe, time with them to work possession. Costa Rica trying to spring loose on an odd man rush to no avail. Guadeloupe tactically likes to keep more back here in the middle of the pitch as opposed to in the attacking third, which will prove to be a rather challenging proposition for them when attacking Costa Rica tonight. Phaeton gave it up. See the service into the box. Oh, the redirect screams over the crossbar. Quality look from Coco. Just mismeasured the shot, and we're still scoreless. Great ball. Calvo, who got beat on the back line. Ruslan fed him cleanly, falling all the way out wide to the left. That ball dumped near the 6. And shot goes sailing over the net. We're still scoreless. Coco might not get a better look tonight. And that delivery inside the 18. So we've had excellent placement from each club so far tonight. Match is still scoreless for now. Played through, redirected twice. This results in a corner kick for Costa Rica. And if this match stays like this for the remainder of the night, we're in for one heck of a ball game. It's quality football so far from both clubs, creating some opportunities, playing for the angles, and trying to work direct. Vargas, a little pushing and shoving, ball looping in, headed out from the 18. That shot never had a chance from Ron to find the back of the net. Alejandro looking up real quick in some disgust. He heard the shot, but for good reason. Penetration was okay from Costa Rica, but that ball coming out near the 18, and Braun just mishit it. Simple as that. Unfortunate. But we imagine Alejandro will get another crack at it later on tonight. The midfielder will occupy a lot of space. He's one of the emerging talented players for this Costa Rica squad, but doesn't have a great deal of exposure to these international tournaments. And that's what you want for both head coaches. You want exposure, you want success, and with success comes confidence. And confidence will breed all the way up and down the roster. Lassiter. Sekira. End of the first half, we'll have stats and we'll have highlights. Conclusion of this contest, we'll also try to punch in a quick player or coach interview. Try our best. On the approach, Campbell again. Campbell surveying the land. He's got 3 inside the 18. Campbell trying to make a move. Good touch pass for the time being. Ron a little unselfish with the ball. And unfortunate for him in Costa Rica, he elected not to take the shot. It's a prime opportunity for him. Might have been thinking about his last shot attempt that went slicing wide of the net. We'll see. Shots are even at 1 apiece. On the approach, Martinez, top of the box. That shot goes screaming over the net as well. Costa had a quality look there, puts it on frame. It's probably 1-0. These are prime spots for both clubs to take shots from. You see that angle, just missing, still scoreless. Bartush was reading that play all the way. I don't know, he makes a stop on it. Had that shot been on target. Back again they come. Alcocer trying to pivot. Double team comes and he throws into a sea of green. Picked off. The pace has been good. Costa Rica trying to draw first blood. Lassiter here. Ball goes wide of the net. It'll be a goal kick. Teddy Bartush. Fight off a couple shots. Ooh, that's a difficult challenge. Calvo, this should be a booking, and it will be. A delay call on it, but nevertheless, it does come to the captain, and he sees yellow immediately. That was an emphatic call from our lead official, and for good reason. Watch this play. Calvo just comes into the play, hard charging. That's unnecessary. Wasn't really a play on the ball either. So the yellow going to him in the 19th minute. Quality scoring chances so far. Pretty even on both sides. Alcocer with 2 of them. Alcocer had 2 shots going over the net. So with Alcocer taking his shots, Coco on the other side with 1. But we'll see. Coco's freed himself up on a couple of occasions. Alcocer has done the same. Question is now, do both teams and their back lines make adjustments? Alcocer trying to push this one behind the back line, but to no avail. Ravelan. Bartush. The left foot, trying to switch the pitch. Guadeloupe does. At least for the time being. Some heat has been applied. Costa Rica continue to work with the possession category in their favor. They played more on the ball so far than Guadeloupe has. The question is, do they do anything with it? Alcocer with a nice pivot. Over the left-hand side, Lassiter. Nice move, takes a shot. Not a lot of velocity on it, did not pick a corner. Bartush will gobble that. Lassiter, if he's on the dominant left foot, he probably hits that thing flush and picks a corner. But he's not, so he's off wing. A slow roller and easily managed. Harmless turnover, goes right back to Costa Rica. Stats right now favoring Costa Rica at 2-1. Possession just about 50-50. Alcocer was the intended target. That pass was intercepted. Costa Rica and Guadeloupe playing a little ping pong right now. Played through on the right-hand side. This could be trouble. Costa Rica, Bartouche with a fine stop. The rebound, Lassiter tries to make a cross. That one is stymied as well. Corner kick. Lassiter on the off wing, not electing to pull the trigger as we look back at this sequence. First off, Campbell's shot. Fine stop by Bartouche. But you look at Lassiter trailing on the play. This needs to be a rebound shot. It wasn't. Watch out for Calvo here. He is playing on a yellow. Picked up in the 19th minute. 5 goals in the tournament. Back post, headed away nicely. Guadeloupe getting this thing out of harm's way. Complete width on that ball. Misjudging of sorts. Cavare. Excellent flow to this contest. Weather providing some dryness. The rain comes and goes. More heavy contact, our lead official. Conte Garcia didn't blow anything on that instance. No yellow cards, just the one. Guadeloupe trying to play downhill. Calvo being overly aggressive. They have 4 back. Guadeloupe trying to apply some pressure, but that's not going to materialize into anything. So at least in this instance so far, an early trend defensively. Calvo trying to jump up into the play and lead a counterattack. It's twice now. This instance lost his footing, but also misjudged the ball. Another corner kick here. Campbell will take it. Campbell, pretty decent service. Calvo skies up on that header, but it does go sky high. Great positioning here. 50-50 ball will go back to Guadeloupe. So Campbell and then Alcocer have been the 2 threatening points for Costa Rica. Coco on the other end. See Mitchell. Also jostling for position. 25th minute. Pretty good move there. Sequeira will gobble this up. A lot of youthful talent on this squad for Costa Rica. And some notable figures. We mentioned Calvo earlier on the show. Great deal of experience. He's been in many of leagues. Cross looking up top. That shot was shanked again. Martinez on the run. He's looking up to the heavens for help, and no one's answered the call yet. The setups have been fantastic. Lassiter here, Martinez there. End result should be a goal. And for Costa Rica, everyone outside of Martinez executed perfectly. But no dice. Turnover here, though. Lassiter was able to turn it over, but Costa Rica will give it right back. That's an unfortunate situation there. I think Mitchell was reading that play cleanly. Should be a foul as ball goes down. Had a good look at Quiros. Some discuss there for Costa. Could be the judge on this. Potentially a little bit of a flop, but Costa and 2 arms draped all over, and so that's going to be called more times than not. Cavare, quick touch, no run though. Defense has been stellar tonight for Costa Rica so far, and Costa banks that off the sideline official. Alcocer, born in 2002. So yes, extremely young. Mentioned a lot of the youth in this team for Costa Rica. Scouting report on Alcocer is just his speed is high gear for him. Alcocer, ball never got to him. He's trying to recover, and to no avail. A lot of what we've seen so far, including this highlight, does revert back to how Costa Rica is trying to attack Guadeloupe. Everything's been at the angles, out wide with crosses. A little bit of activity has been direct, but for the most part, Costa Rica is trying to open up those swimming lanes, if you will. Widen the gaps, cause some havoc between each seam of the defense, and create their own shooting lanes. Costa Rica having outscored Guadeloupe by a 9-2 margin. They want to bury them early if they can, but easier said than done. Guadeloupe has come to play here today. Sequeira comes out to challenge contact inside the 18. No whistle, no call. Feitanu goes down. He is in disgust. But this will result in a corner kick for Guadeloupe. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of congestion and some heavy contact, and with contact, potentially some embellishing. Ambrose, who gave it up, looked like he wanted to give it back, but Mitchell, that's dangerous. But for Mitchell, he got the ball first. Everything else happened second. On the corner, Sequeira comes out, two-hand punch to the top of the box, volleyed right back to him, and they'll swallow it up. It's been an easy match so far for each keeper. Not a lot of action. But we imagine it'll pick up here in the next couple of minutes. Calvo on a dead stop, asking for some movement. And movement he gets. Campbell with a missed touch. Campbell's played well so far. Shots favoring Costa Rica. As you see that ball just run up a little high. Pushing out forward to the right-hand side. Guevara. See where Coco is in all of this. That could be an easy yellow card, and it wasn't. Wow. Lassiter stuck out his right leg, and it looked like a blatant foul for Mara Engel. Not the case. Guevara is still down. Slow to get to his toes. And our lead officials talking to personnel of Guadeloupe, telling them to calm down. Look at Lassiter's right leg. Man, it's a bona fide trip, ain't it? One would think. Well, nothing is what it seems. As we forge on. But an excellent ball movement. And there hasn't been a lot of careless play, which is important in a matchup like this. Because goals will be at a premium. And depending on who takes the early advantage, if there is an early lead, the other will be stuck playing catch up the entire night. All League A, Group A. With these combatants here tonight. First ever encounter in this type of a setting. So for League A in Guadeloupe, it's a pleasant sight for sore eyes. Oh, that one screaming towards Alcocer, but he couldn't get to it. Fades it. Calvo looking on. The group stage before we get to the quarterfinals and semis. Group A has 6 teams in it. Group B also 6. No one has kicked off yet in Group B. Suriname has, beating Guyana earlier today 3-1. Coco, a quick touch, but couldn't corral it. Best scoring opportunity came off of his foot. Ball that was nicely placed into the box. Redirected by him, but it went over the net by probably 5 feet. Fans get a little antsy, a little anxious, wanting something to materialize. The defense for Guadeloupe has been spot on. Campbell. Fine hesitation, good dribbling. Campbell will work his way around the map. Calvo here. Out wide, asking for a little bit of support. See, not a lot of movement from Costa Rica, at least for the time being. Drop pass, left-hand side, contact, body goes down, we play on. Lassiter in disgust, but could be a little karma. Thought he committed a foul earlier on, and it's a slight nudge. One could stake the claim, though, that a slight nudge with a player running full head of steam is just not to send him off balance. Guevara, who was taken out by Lassiter in the previous sequence, gives it right back. I don't think that's much to do about anything. We'll side with our lead official, Katia Garcia. Goes to Costa Rica here. Costa Rica has been the better team so far when you look at the opportunities. the shot selection, but it has been anything but one-sided. Possession just about 50-50 right now. Costa Rica trailing Guadeloupe 52% to 48. Been 6 total fouls in this thing. Brennets, line driver into the box, immediately escaping is Guadeloupe. Heavy contact by Brennets, and he gave it right back. Guadeloupe trying to apply this pressure. Alcocer, drop pass, top of the box, left-hand side was open, and Mitchell jammed on the break because he was offside. Great pressure by Costa Rica. Alcocer played this ball back to Campbell. Campbell, who's been excellent with his service tonight, he knew it as soon as he let that thing go. It's rather unfortunate for him. Careless turnover. Bartouche was right back to Costa Rica. Costa Rica continues to play like this for the full 90. They're going to win this contest, but Guadeloupe has been sturdy defensively. Take a look at this corner. Its chances for Guadeloupe have been far and few so far in the opening 45, but they have created a couple. High riser, back post with heavy collision. Nothing being called. Quiros, though, tell you what, Santini didn't go out on his own accord. Offside of the play, Campbell. Campbell not that far off, was he? Barely. Let's see how Guadeloupe closes out this first half. Yes, they've been outplayed, not by a severe margin though. Heavy contact. Officials letting the guys play on. Alcocer, Calvo. Calvo has a yellow card, so he'll have to be careful. He's been pesky on the back line. See the score as it is scoreless. Takeaway here. Not a good look by Mitchell. On the counter. Pressed forward on the right-hand side. Guadeloupe on the approach. Another cross. That bleeder screams across the 18-yard box, but nobody around for Guadeloupe. Looked like a pebble going across a lake. Plenty of skips. No stoppage. Calvin. Quickly on the jump start, Campbell. Nice touch. Something materializing here for Costa Rica. Alcocer, the right foot. It was going wide anyway. Had the right idea. Not the best angle. Alcocer trying to give it right back to Calvo. Committed a foul. Nobody saw it. Quiros, the fine ball here. Alcocer doing everything he could to contort his body to put that near frame. Braun. Turnover here. Something materializing. Lassiter. Stop and go. Lassiter. Cross. Ball was whipped on the first attempt. The second one won't go either. Martinez trying to regain his footing. Campbell. Campbell takes a shot back post again, looking for Lassiter, but he was offside. The problem here was that Lassiter actually stopped, and somehow that ball had a few eyes, and Martinez and Campbell couldn't find the connection. Off the corner. Alcocer will retrieve it. '44th minute. We'll check our fourth official to see how much stoppage time will be awarded. Brenes here. See what kind of look he provides. Working short, does he work long? He does, bending it long. Alcocer. Campbell, not embellishing, quickly gets back up to his feet, wants to work. A little break dancing, stays on it. Alcocer, pass just a little bit too soft. Good pestering by Costa Rica, but nothing came to it. Imagine we'll get maybe a minute or two of stoppage time, but not a whole lot, nothing needed. Quality half. Guadeloupe surviving in a couple spots, but overall they've been composed. Don't forget, we'll have stats and highlights with 1 minute of stoppage time. Stats and highlights at the end of this opening half. All that and then some. The first match here, League A, Group A, for these teams. First ever encounter in this type of a setting for Guadeloupe versus Costa Rica. Yeah, they have met 3 times. Costa Rica is 3-0. outscoring them by a 9-2 margin. Offside. And that should do it for this opening half. Pretty easy, aggressive, lots of tension, and some quality scoring opportunities. And that will be that. First 45 minutes in the books here from San Jose, Costa Rica. Guadeloupe, Costa Rica exchanging punches early on, but 45 minutes done, and no one has reached the back of that. This match is scoreless. We'll be back. Back here to start the second half. Alvaro Zamora coming into the contest to replace Alejandro Bran. Zamora in, 21, 14 out, Bran. Only real change in this opening second half, so Zamora will see plenty of action here for Claudio Vivas. Bran played well. Played well in that first half. Had a couple of quality scoring opportunities, but couldn't materialize much, at least in terms of getting shots on goal. Second half begins with Costa Rica having possession. We'll see what they do with it. They played well in the first half, out shooting Guadeloupe 3-1. Question is not if they're going to win this contest. It's always a question. But it's a matter of what are they going to do with the opportunities that they'll have. So far in the first 45 minutes, they've had quality chances, but everything just feels a bit off. It's 13-on-13 grind there. Coco, Brenes. More the new recipient. Now this contest is Lassiter. Lassiter in the opening half had numerous chances towards target. Some he took, others he deferred. Costa Rica trying to gain some proper traction. Guadeloupe not allowing them to do so yet. Real change. Alejandro Bran leaves. Alvaro Zamora into the affair. Probably the one player to look out for Costa Rica, Alcocer. He's been dangerous tonight. Only unfortunate thing is he hasn't completed anything. We'll see how they reverse trend going from left to right, does Costa Rica, as opposed to right to left. Trying to pierce this through was Mitchell. Slicing through Martinez. Martinez gets taken out. We play on for the time being. Zamora, Alcocer, the drop pass. Given away. Giros. Mitchell is offside. Campbell, sweet move, hesitation. Ball was redirected. This will be a corner kick for Costa Rica. Martinez, who had a step, wasn't full. Martinez just barely getting back up to his feet. Let's see how this corner's works. Campbell, back post, the header is picture perfect, and there's Calvo on the board. It's 1-0 Costa Rica. We mentioned him in the open, having 5 goals in this tournament, make it 6. 1-0 Costa Rica. Well, they've been deadly tonight, but they just have not been efficient when it comes to completing the act. Campbell's service tonight has been on the money, and Calvo rising to the occasion, literally and figuratively speaking. Perfect timing on this sequence. Bartosz, 0 chance. 1-0 Costa Rica, and they want a lot more. He just oozes confidence on the pitch. Man who's played in the United States and in Turkey. Been around the park. So Calvo gets his goal. Now the question is, does Guadeloupe have a counter? This adds to the ever-ongoing tally by Costa Rica against Guadeloupe. And what we mean by that is that they have played, including tonight, 4 times. And Costa Rica has now outscored Guadeloupe by an 8-goal margin, 10-2. Calvo, who picked up a yellow card in the 19th minute, has still played aggressive throughout, so that has not changed. And for a team that had all of 1 shot in the first half, the second one that went sailing over by Coco, Guadeloupe is in a little bit of trouble. Set piece, though, bound to hurt Guadeloupe, given the fact that they have conceded a few of them tonight. Phaeton. No advancement. Ambrose. Ooh, some heavy contact there. Ambrose getting an elbow up, and Mitchell wearing it. Take a look at this. That wasn't the elbows, head-on-head contact. Mitchell's still down. Don't know if it was the nose or the jaw or the pride. More on the Nations League. Well, that is right over the nose and over the eye, it looks like, too. The eye socket. Bang. His left eye gets it. Mitchell looking like a prize fighter who took a couple good shots. But we imagine he stays in the fight. Second half just getting underway. Calvo and the game's first goal here in the second half. The question is now, will Guadeloupe have any kind of counter? The tournament itself for Nations League consists of a variety of groups, A, B, and C. League A, jam-packed with contestants. $12 in total. If we had to look at some of the best figures in League A, Group A, probably favoring Costa Rica. Take your pick in Group B. Probably put a spotlight on Honduras. This one thrown in. Calvo misjudged it. Stays outside though. Zamora recollects. Not a good ball though. Take a look again at this sequence for Calvo. mean, it's just a perfect time run. Those are the things that you practice in training. Repetition, 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 and then game day comes, and you put a keeper flat on his back. League B has gotten underway. El Salvador picked up a W out of Group A. Bahamas and U.S. Virgin Islands in Group A of League C play to a draw. Group C only has 9 teams total for those 3 groups, A, B, and C. Different structures for different groups, and obviously the personnel and talent level vastly different compared to Group A. So there's a wide delta between the abilities of those groups and those leagues. Not to say that someone from League C could not beat a member of League A. Always possible in this sport. But the matter and level of consistency, far and few. Show continues with Costa Rica. They've been comfortable for the better part of this contest. And what I mean by comfortable is they really haven't had a lot of pressure from Guadeloupe placed on their back line. Mitchell probably a little bit too ambitious with this shot from well outside. But conversely, even when Costa Rica is on the attack, Guadeloupe is sending players back, but making sure they don't get beat over the top. Zamora lost it for a second in the exchange, intercepted by Guadeloupe. They pivot. Ambrose, congested area. Calvo, sharply played by Calvo. They get some support from Zamora. Calvo playing on a yellow. Every time he touches the ball, you hear the oohs and the ahs from the faithful here at Estadio Nacional. The big question mark now for Guadeloupe, what can they do to tilt this match in their favor? Not to say that they're going to score and win it, as a little undressing moment for Campbell. But what can Guadeloupe do to build and grow in this match? Phaeton, who goes down. Quiros riding upside his back. One steal deserves another. Easily played away by Vargas. Vargas had one flub in the first half, but that was it. Haven't really called on the back line for Costa Rica too much tonight at all. Calvo in the second half, lone goal scorer so far. Now the question is, will that be enough? It feels that way, doesn't it? Calvo with the credit in the 50th minute. Campbell was the one that set him up in the corner. 1-0. Speaking of Campbell, there's the man. Calvo will peel this back. Sequiera alertly, quickly getting it out of the way. Costa Rica trying to continue the unbeaten streak versus Guadeloupe, having only played them 3 times in their history. They've won all 3. Most recent 2021. Playing in the Gold Cup, they won 3-1. Exchange not pleasant. Intercepted though for Guadeloupe. They try to go on a run here. Don't have numbers though. That's the important element. Coco trying to grab some distance and he can't. Almost goes sliding next to that puddle. To the right corner. Fans in their own way encouraging Coco to get up off his backside. Calvo exchanging some pleasantries with the opposing side. To be the judge here. I don't see a whole lot. Alcocer. Oh, the header made its way through the mark. Born there on the attempt. And it was a dangerous one for Guadeloupe. Looked like everyone fell asleep at the wheel defending for Costa Rica. They're fortunate to get away with that. Got a couple changes here. Galde, Aguilera, both entering the contest. Alcocer and Martinez are replaced. So a few more changes. See if it provides much fruit. The tree on the approach, top of the box, screaming in, unable to develop any kind of shot was Aguilera. Substitutions trying to make an instant impact here for Costa Rica. Aguilera, Galde just came into the affair, trying to build on the 1-0 advantage. Guadeloupe trying to do something about it. Campbell. Turnover. No real attack mode. Speaking of that, watch out here. Out wide the right-hand side. Giros. The cross, top of the box. Campbell's shot was blocked. Lassiter's drive, that one was blocked as well. He might have a rough night sleeping, but Lassiter has had the chances to score. Good ball across from Giros. And for Lassiter, just trying to take his time to collect. pretty easy so far for Costa Rica. Nice dummy that played through. Galde was anticipating that ball to come back. He was a little too tardy on it. Slight trip on the play. Guadeloupe, only a couple shots in this contest so far. One on target. It's not going to get it done. Slide tackle attempt by Aguilera. Missed on it. Drive, never had a chance. Question for Guadeloupe. Not only how do they make this a compelling contest, but what do they do when they regroup? Both these teams will get back to work on Monday, September the 9th. Guadeloupe will get Suriname. Costa Rica will square off with Guatemala. Just the second match of Ligue A. Offside. As we go deep into the night, we're already 2/3 of the way home in this contest. The one element for Guadeloupe that they have done surprisingly well in is manage the attack for Costa Rica. But while they've played so well defensively, they've given away the opportunity to punch. Jordan Tell will come in for Marcus Coco. So you figured a match like this, you're Guadeloupe, you had to score early. Get on top, play with the advantage. And they could not do it. So that's the frustrating part of this business. Teams play their style of game. One, the aggressor, the rewarded. The other, a bit conservative. And at times playing off their back foot. Still plenty of time for Guadeloupe. See if they can provide a compelling case to get this game deadlocked. They do. Left-hand side. Sequeira comes out to challenge. Nicely done by the keeper. Look to be onside. Ugalde on the left wing. Ugalde, see if he gets that ball back. He cannot. Play was broken up at the very last second, and this will result in a corner kick. Full head of steam with Zamora, but he ran out of real estate. Not even a loft over the back line, I think, would have been prosperous here. Gravelon laying out defensively. Rained quite a bit earlier today. See the pitch looking in pretty decent shape. The track, the running track around, awful. Campbell is waiting for that ball to get to him. Never materialized. Sequeira looking to pick up a clean sheet, but he's got a long way to go. Probably at least 24, 25 minutes. We'll definitely have some stoppage time. Jalen Mitchell took a shot across his left eye, and he was bleeding for a bit. Ooh, dangerous contact there. Does it result in a booking? Aguilera looking, nothing yet. Ambrose looking like he was slew-footed. No real support for Guadeloupe as they enter the attacking third. Top of the box. They're not. Just came in. Bad pass. Campbell intercepted it. And now he springs everybody loose into the attacking third. Near set official with the flag up. First setting between these two sides in this kind of an environment, Concacaf Nations League. I'd say Guadeloupe has fared well. Doesn't give the feel that they're going to be on the winning side, or at least picking up a point. But they've showed a pretty valiant effort tonight. Galde to Campbell. No numbers though. Campbell, tough time to crack the code. Costa Rica, while they lead 1-0, it feels like they're on their way to a victory. Should have a lot more tonight. Speaking of a lot more, tic-tac-toe passing. It's 2-0. No, it'll be offside. Our near side official has been busy tonight, but overall, Lassiter clearly offside. Changes continue. Nerval, he'll check in. Senavide also comes in. Press out. Sequeira comes out to challenge. He misread the ball in that play. Fortunate for him, Nerval couldn't put that ball on target. Oh, ever so close. Got to be frustrating for him. Outside of the first 15 minutes of this contest, that's the best scoring opportunity for Guadeloupe. Madrigal. Into the contest here in a brief moment. So Campbell getting an applause from the faithful here in San Jose, Costa Rica, but also getting plenty of fives from his teammates. He was exceptional tonight. Campbell setting up the only goal in this affair as Zamora was hogtied. See what materializes here for Costa Rica as we're in the 76th minute. Trying to get a little bit more separation from Guadeloupe. Feels like that's exactly what needs to happen for Costa Rica to sail to a victory. Back post again, the header, volleyed across into the net. It's now 2-0 Costa Rica. Moments ago we were asking for it. Lassiter and company get back on the board in the 77th minute, and it's 2-0 for the home team. Bartouche had no chance, much like the first. But everything just moving around in the pocket. Costa Rica has played pretty much what it feels like uncontested ball. And Lassiter, who was called offside moments ago, here he is on the doorstep. I think that goes off of his right foot. He's hoping it does and not an own goal. We'll get confirmation one way or another. For Lassiter and Costa Rica, that should do it. 2-0. And coming into this contest, they were favored to win, and it was about a 2.5 goal margin from a lot of the odds makers. So we'll see how this all shakes out. But for Guadeloupe, now down 2-0. Does it feel like they're going to win this game? No. But they certainly don't want to lose it by any more than 2 goals. If they can get one back now, it'll be huge. And you look at everything in this tournament. Wins, draws, losses, goals against. Right wing side, more on the approach again. Back post, the header is away. Top of the box, that goes sailing over the crossbar and wide. Rennes with a quality look. Good penetration here from Zamora. Madrigal, who was on the weak side, was asking for the service. Guadeloupe conceding both goals here in the second half. So we're in the 80th minute. Calvo. Nice breakup. Guadeloupe just hasn't had the horses to be step for step with Costa Rica, stride for stride. Tell trying to make something happen. Sequiera pats that down. Wasn't going to go in. It was a sharp angle to shoot from anyway. That drive floating around. Punted away. On the counter. Costa Rica trying to pounce. They can't. Whistle and a foul being called. Not a whole lot there. Pretty soft foul, but counter going the other way. That shot off the crossbar or off the goalpost, and it trickles in. Madrigal off the right bar. He was onside the 81st minute, and this thing has turned into a round. Caught off surprise with Madrigal spearheading the attack on the left wing. But he converts. Take a look at this again. He is onside. He had the step in the defense. Perfect placement off the right bar, and it ricochets in. Martouche again extends, but to no avail. Great shot. 8-ball corner pocket. So they have been fantastic as Costa Rica in the second half. Calvo's night is over with. The man who has what would prove to be the game-winning goal if this thing stays as is. When we get to full time, scored in the 50th minute, had a yellow in the 19th minute. Cascante checks in for him in the 82nd minute. So now if you're Costa Rica, it's just about keeping a clean sheet. Sequiera sees this thing sail up and over and wide. No real kind of blitz pressure, if you will, from Guadeloupe. It's been all Costa Rica, foot to the floorboard. They've given up a couple different sequences, and those flurries were brief for Guadeloupe. Once in the first and once in the second half. So Costa Rica, who we feel probably the best team in Ligue A, Group A. They've looked like it so far. 84th minute. There's been a one-sided tilt. Both these teams will play again on September the 9th. They won't face each other for a bit. But it'll be a short recovery. That's exactly what both teams want. You do well, you get right back to work. You don't play well, you want to turn the page immediately. Costa Rica trying to be one of those Final Four teams, trying to win this entire tournament. They have the talent to do that. Sequiera, who hasn't been tested a lot, times he's been called upon, he's answered the call. See what Guadeloupe serves up here on this corner. 85th minute. Low bender, top of the box. This should be a quality strike, and it's not. Celine drives this ball high and wide. So Guadeloupe tonight, when you look at their body of work, really just haven't had much to brag about. In the first half, Coco went down the middle of the pitch and had a ball put right into his breadbasket to the 6-yard box. His redirect went over the crossbar by a good 5 feet. In the second half, Calvo scored in the 50th minute, Lasser in the 77th, and then Madrigal in the 81st. So everything happening late for Costa Rica, but they have played a complete contest. Shots on goal, 9-2. Quiros needing some help. Imagine there's probably 10 more minutes of action tonight. Madrigal was near this 6. Zamora here. Zamora trying to peel this away. For Costa Rica, there isn't a lot to gripe about. Scoring the 3 goals. One probably reviews the game tape and says they should have 5 or 6. Ooh, a little careless with that ball. He gets it away just in the nick of time. I mean, an awful way to lose your clean sheet. A trip up here. Common foul though. Madrigal's all good. Talk so much about Costa Rica's dominance tonight. For Guadeloupe, they were sturdy for long patches, but the dam was broken loose in the 50th minute, and it leaked ever since. Aguilera. Into the box, moved around, turning and firing. That shot was blocked. Vargas had a clean look, and then that window closed up quickly. Minute. Guadeloupe looking for something. Beavis. Softly played across. Beavis trying to pounce on it. Could not. Aguilera. Keep an eye on the 4th official. See what kind of time Marco Ortiz displays. We guess 6 minutes. That's our guess. Nobody really attacking for Costa Rica now. and called the dogs off, as they'd say. Madrigal, 2 in the 18. Madrigal himself pulled the trigger. It's blocked, but it sets up a corner. Vargas, as you see here, almost like a fish out of water. On the corner, the back post, the header off the mark, won't be controlled. 4 minutes of added time. Maybe not as generous, but Costa Rica, who has dominated this contest, probably doesn't want to elongate this match any longer than it needs to be. Fans in attendance here in San Jose have been treated to a good one for Costa Rica. For Costa Rica tonight, Lasser, who got on the board, probably felt like he was due a lot earlier. Calvo sitting on what will be the game-winning goal in the 50th minute. Then Lassiter and Madrigal in the 81st. That's how the night should end, barring one final push from Costa Rica. Claudio Vivas, his club, looking pretty sharp. And for the most part, clean. No real anger and hate in what they've done tonight. If you're a Costa Rica fan, you just want them to add more to their brilliance. But that'll come with time. And of course, players getting into a rhythm of this Nations League action. Again, it's only match 1. Everything upcoming. Stretched into the middle portion of October. Go check out the schedules for every team. The standings, league times with each group on Concacaf's main website. Underneath pattern here. Now, no reason to really pour it on. Galde to Vargas. And the home team just looking to burn some clock. Yeah, another strike. Bartosz has been victimized 3 separate occasions in the second half. Makes a fine stop. Jocelyn Angloma going to have to do something about recalibrating his group. They lose tonight, but they've been battered in the second half. Fortunate enough, this match was scoreless at the end of 45. But they clearly were being outgunned in the first half, only to weather a storm. But in the end, it's not going to be enough. Final stages of this one, and we have reached full time in San Jose, Costa Rica. The home nation, Costa Rica, with a dominating performance. First half was scoreless, but the second half, they put the screws to Guadeloupe. Calvo, the game-winning goal. in the 50th minute. Gravelon now is going to have the own goal in the 77th. And Madrigal in the 81st minute, the difference maker here tonight. Costa Rica triumph.
And they score some good goals. We make some mistakes, but we have to learn from this.
What do you expect for the next games?
Yeah, we're gonna play at home, so we need to play better again. And 90 minutes, today we play only 45 minutes. And games like this, international games, you cannot play only 45 minutes.
Thank you. Gracias. Ariel Lassiter, jugador de Costa Rica. Ariel, fue un triunfo muy importante en casa. ¿Cómo lo sentiste?
Bueno, a lo personal muy bien, y yo siento que a lo colectivo también pudimos mantener posesión del balón. Siento que tal vez en el primer tiempo ellos llegaron en unas ocasiones poco muy claras para nosotros, que no nos gusta, pero en el segundo tiempo mucho mejor, y más bien un resultado que estamos muy felices.
Perfecto. Y ahora viajar a Guatemala. ¿Cómo ves ese partido?
Va a ser un partido muy difícil, siempre jugando fuera en casa, en partidos así, va a ser muy difícil, pero esperemos a jugar con el mismo nivel y la misma intensidad que hicimos hoy.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.